think most of us are starting to experience what's being called COVID fatigue. And we all have our moments where we just have had it, enough is enough. I had one of those moments where I kind of lost it a week ago when I went grocery shopping. I got to the grocery store and I realized I'd forgotten my mask. Now, it wasn't technically required, but I didn't feel right going in without it. So I sat outside the store for a couple minutes and debated with myself, and then I got back on my bike, went home, got my mask, rode back to the store. And the whole way, I was frustrated, and I was angry, and I was cursing the coronavirus, and I was complaining to myself about how disrupted life is at home and at work, and I'd had it. And I think we've all been there. We've all gotten to the point where we just want to go back and live our lives. But interestingly, even as we're starting to move back towards something like normal, I think we also have a little bit of ambivalence or mixed feelings. For example, as we reopen services here at Children's Minnesota so that kids can get the care they need and that in many cases they've been waiting for, we're trying to balance our desire to move forward with our fear of the unknown. Are we opening too soon? What if there's another surge? Will we run out of PPE? So we're trying to strike that balance, and that uncertainty is just one of the most stressful things to deal with. And the bad news is that uncertainty is going to be with us for some time. Nobody knows for sure how long this is going to go on or what things will look like, although I think we can be pretty sure that it's not going to be exactly the same as it was before the pandemic. I think many of us remember the shock of 9/11 and that feeling that the world had changed. And in a lot of ways it did. Right? We go through security in a lot more places than we used to. We have to buy things in TSA-approved 3-ounce bottles that didn't used to exist if we want to get on an airplane. I mean, we have a new normal. So we take these extra precautions and we've learned to adapt. And that's the good news. We're adaptable. People are adaptable. Institutions are adaptable. And while I don't know exactly what the future is going to look like, what I do know is that Children's Minnesota is ready for it, and we're going to adapt. And we're already starting to think about what that future looks like. Thanks to some very hard work and some pretty painful sacrifices, we're well positioned to get through the current crisis, and now we're starting to think ahead to the future. I don't know exactly what that future is going to bring, but I'm feeling good about it. This pandemic has really tested us. It's tested us and our culture. And I would say we've passed that test. We've shown that we have a really solid, strong foundation of our values and our mission to build on. And so now, as we start to look ahead and we think about how do we best position Children's Minnesota so that we can thrive and we can continue to be every family's essential partner in raising healthier children, now and into the future, whatever that future may look like.